Hi and welcome to Quantum Stories. Today's topic, the coronavirus. This video will explain you exactly what it is and what you need to know. So let's begin by the very beginning. Mid-December 2019, many people living in Wuhan, China, start suffering from pneumonia. They have fever, chest pain and breathing problems. But the reason why, the exact cause, was totally unknown, which made it quite worrying. This incident was immediately reported to the China National Health Commission, which started to investigate and characterize the disease. By January 7, 2020, Chinese scientists found the initial cause. They isolated a novel coronavirus from patients in Wuhan. They labeled it the 2019 nCoV, also known as the Wuhan virus. 3 days later, January 11th, a first person dies from the virus. Today, Wuhan is in complete lockdown to limit the spread of the virus. The virus itself is spreading really fast. Researchers have estimated that the basic reproduction number lies between 3 and 5. But what does this mean? Well, let's say it's 4. This means that every infected people will infect 4 more people. In comparison, the flu has a reproduction number of 2 to 3. So the novel coronavirus is really contagious. Today it's found in South Korea, Japan, Australia, the United States, Germany, Thailand, Nepal, Taiwan, Vietnam, Singapore and France. But it will quickly spread to neighboring countries. By the way, later in this video I will show you a live map where you can follow the spread. So let's talk about the symptoms now. So the symptoms include fever, fatigue, dry cough, shortness of breath and diarrhea, so it's very close to the flu. In case of severe infection, it can result in kidney failure, pneumonia and even death. So more on that later. You should know that the symptoms will only appear 1 to 14 days after infection, so this means that even a perfect looking people could potentially carry the virus. But wait a moment, why do they call it the novel coronavirus? Well, it's a virus, thus not a bacteria. It's very small, way smaller than a bacteria, consisting of a genetic material inside a protein-coated capsule. Viruses are bad. They enter your normal healthy cell to release their RNA, which takes total control over your cells. These infected cells are then used as a factory to create even more viral particles. This basically destroys your initial healthy cells and makes you very sick. No, this virus is in fact not new. It belongs to a family of viruses called the coronaviruses. The name comes from their crown-like shape, the corona, a little bit like the corona of the sun. This family of viruses is commonly found in animals, particularly in birds, and does normally not cause any problems for humans. But, and here it comes, there have been some exceptions. Today's outbreak is in fact the 3rd time that a member of this large family of coronaviruses jumps from animals to humans. The first time happened in 2003. The so-called SARS-CoV breaks out in Vietnam, infecting 8,000 people and killing 800, which means that 1 out of 10 infected by the virus actually died, which makes it pretty serious. Similarly, in 2012 around the Middle East, the MERS-CoV infects 2,300 people, with 800 being killed, meaning a crazy 1 out of 3 death rate, which is really serious. In fact, at the time they also called it the novel coronavirus, which by now was changed to the MERS-CoV. And now here we are with the 3rd outbreak from this corona family. Now comes the question, should we be worried? Well, from the latest reports, 6,000 people are infected with 132 deaths. And this number will certainly have risen by the time you hear this. Although it's way too soon to put an exact death rate, this would mean that 2 persons out of 100 dies, which fortunately makes it much less dangerous than previous outbreaks. And most of the patients who have died from the infection were in fact older than 60 and have had pre-existing conditions such as hypertension, diabetes, cardiovascular disease that diminish their immune system. So if you're a healthy person, there is absolutely no reason to panic. Now, what will happen if you get it? Well, again, if you're a healthy person, you're very probably safe. You will get sick, so stay at home, give your body a rest, and it will be over. However, if you have a weak immune system, meaning you have some ongoing health issues, things could become more dangerous, and you should absolutely avoid any possible contamination. Only in this case, wash your hands regularly, avoid touching your eyes, nose, mouth with your hands, stay home from work or school, and stay away from people showing symptoms of the virus. But let's be clear, the only way to get infected by now is to come in close contact from a traveler from Wuhan, which is very unlikely, so you should be safe. Where did it originate from? Well, the exact source of the novel coronavirus is yet to be discovered, but many people point towards bats and snakes. In particular, the virus was found to be very similar, by 96%, to coronaviruses found in bats, which could give its origin, especially if you know that in China's food markets, living animals are commonly sold together with other groceries. These kind of viruses can mutate quickly, which make it spring from animal to human. To finish, here is the recap. It started in Wuhan, China. 6,000 infections, 103 deaths have been reported so far. Coronaviruses are not new, it's the third time that a coronavirus jumped from animals to human. It's a very contagious virus and the number of cases will certainly continue to climb. Most people are unlikely to die from it, except if you have existing problems with your immune system, and you will probably already know this if it's the case. To close off this video, I have linked an interesting tool which enables you to follow the spread and severeness of the virus live. It gives you where the virus has been found so far, the number of infected people and deaths. This was Quantum Stories, thanks for watching.